Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the KSPNtv Sports Center. My name is Dino and I am your host for today. And we have expanded into showing you guys the results and standings for the Channel League sports, including baseball, softball, and boys volleyball. So we hope you guys enjoy. We're going to have separate videos covering all four leagues here in Ventura County, featuring 26 schools. We have started with high school sports as content we are sure you and other community members are interested in. Our goal is to expand into all Ventura County schools, as KSPN TV was the original sports and weather channel covering Ventura County. We also want to thank our sponsors, Pizza Man Dan, for his continued support. So now let's get started on what happened last week in the Channel League. And as usual, we are going to start with baseball. So we are about to see here Channel League, brought to you by KSPN TV. And we're going to see what happened last week first. Here we have Pacifica against Channel Islands. Pacifica winning 7-4 after a 4-run seventh inning. Then we have Dos Pueblos winning against Santa Ynez pretty comfortably with a 17-4 score. There we have Pacifica against Buena. Pacifica shutting them out 5-0. Then Oxnard also was a 2-0 against Dos Pueblos. Now let's go into the standings here. In first place, we have Santa Barbara with an 8-2 record. Then Rio Mesa 7-3. San Marcos 6-3-1. Ventura 6-4. Pacifica is 5-5. Dos Pueblos 3-6-1. Oxnard 3-7. And Buena is 1-8. Now let's go into what's happening this week. Today, on Monday, we have Santa Paula at Buena in a non-conference game. Santa Paula has a positive record. Buena does not. Then we have San Marcos at Buena, and this will be a conference game for Buena. Then we have Pacifica at Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara being one of the better teams this year. And Dos Pueblos at Ventura having pretty similar records, that they are both at exactly the 500 threshold this season. Now, let's go into girls softball. And we are going to see here once again the results. We have Rio Mesa against Ventura winning 11-0. Then Oxnard and Dos Pueblos, Oxnard winning by a minimal score of 1-0. Then Rio Mesa won against Ventura again. Again, it did not go good for them, as they scored all 10 runs in the first 3 innings, and they won 10-1. Then Dos Pueblos against Oxnard. Dos Pueblos won that game 5-1. Now let's go into the standings. First place, we have Oxnard with a 9-1 record. Real Mesa's 8-1. They're on a 6-game win streak, and what's impressive about this is that they are actually 19-3 overall, having an amazing record. Then Dos Pueblos 7-3, as well as San Marcos. Then Ventura is 4-6. Buena 3-7. Pacifica is 1-9, and Santa Barbara is 0-9, even though they have a 5-10 record overall. Now let's go into what's happening this week. On Tuesday, we have Oxnard against the Red Hot Rio Mesa. That's going to be a really, really good game. Then we have Santa Barbara at Pacifica, two teams that have been struggling a little bit this year. Then we have Santa Barbara against Rio Mesa. Rio Mesa, the clear favorites, especially if they win against Oxnard the day before. Then we have Ventura at Dos Pueblos. Now let's go into spring boys volleyball. And we're going to see here Ventura winning 3-1 against Pacifica. Then Oxnard swept Buena 3-0, as well as San Marcos won 3-0 against Rio Mesa. Unfortunately, we don't have the results for Pacifica at Buena. But now let's go into the standings. San Marcos 8-1, but they're 26-2 overall and have a 17-game win streak. What a season they're having. They've only lost 9 sets in this time so far. Then we have Santa Barbara 6-1, Dos Pueblos 6-3, Oxnard is 5-4, Rio Mesa is 4-5, Buena 2-5, Ventura is 2-7, and Pacifica is 0-7. See what's going to happen this week. We have Pacific against Oxnard, a rivalry game. Pacific has been struggling, though, and Oxnard has been one of the better teams this season. Then we have Buena at Ventura. Then Santa Barbara at San Marcos. San Marcos, a clear favorite. And then we have Dos Pueblos at Real Mesa. All of these games will be happening on Tuesday. So yeah, that actually concludes this episode of the Channel League. Make sure to tune into the other videos. We're gonna have the Citrus Coast League, the Coastal Canyon League, and the Marmonte League. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. And my name is Burgodino, and we are out.